Welcome everybody back to another Madden Sim. Today we back failing that, of course, to do some more simming. And today looks to be one of those days we got a plethora of good games lined up. 14 to be exact. Now, I don't want to waste anybody's time, so we're going to try to get straight on into it. But we do have to realize that we just witnessed a mercy last week, seeing, well, Kenneth Walker go crazy. And they were away that game. Kinda insane. Who am I going up against? You could go look at the schedule, or I could do everything for you. You have a date with Cincy. Alright. So, let's go watch this mercy rule. Or at least it should be statistically. I mean, if we're using math and stuff. Player spotlight better be Kenneth Walker. 3 touchdowns, 3 over 20 yards. I don't see any way that Grant Beckham can lead this team to do anything against the Ravens. However, they do take a lead. And the Ravens will immediately score 14. But Beckham keeping it close. I forgot what Grant Beckham's nickname was that we gave him. All I know is that it wasn't really great. But you want to know what else really isn't great? The Texans. Grant Beckham couldn't even put up 200 yards. And that'll be that for you. Ravens add another win to their win total. So they're trying to catch the Steelers and the Browns. But let's go ahead to one of the tied for the top record in the league, where they will go try to take the top record in the lead, but they do play the Colts next week and the Titans, so pretty much they got an easy 2 wins after this week. Bijan up to a 96 for the Cowboys. Honestly, if the Cowboys don't win this division, it's a bust. Like, their team is so much better than the Giants. It really shouldn't be that comp. But the defensive rank is number 1. So, I mean, that's the Micah Parsons effect. Alrighty. Shadont. We don't know what he's going to show up today. But they're 7-0 in the first. But the Cowboys immediately respond with 10 unanswered. Followed by another touchdown to end the half. As it looks like Shadont showed up for this game. And, yeah. Little bit trashy there, Shadont. What's up, Star-Lord? Cowboys with another much-needed win. Stay ahead of the Giants, who actually have their bye week this week. So that will be a 1-game lead for Dallas. But the Giants do have the tiebreaker. So the Giants, well, both teams are in control of their own destiny at this point. Christian Mahogany. I am going good, Star-Lord. I am tired. But, like, not in my eyes. Like, I've drank enough water. Just mentally drained. And socially drained. Well, here we go. We got Cincy versus Jacksonville. Cincy up 7 now, tied. Justin Fields has been playing okay for Jacksonville. Definitely in the realm of the top of this year. But Cincy up 18 in the fourth. Not looking pretty. But we could maybe see an onside here. They're going to go for 2, which is the smart decision. And the handoff to Trevor will go nowhere. So now you have to get the onside and you have to get a touchdown to win this game. And Cincy going to pick up the onside, and that'll be the game. I'd say Jacksonville got upset, but they really didn't. Joe Burrow gets another much-needed win, but Jacksonville should stay on top of their division. Star-Lord, your game is in a little bit. It's not quite here yet. Also, we might have a late stream tonight, potentially. But yeah, Jacksonville up 5-4 in this division. But the Bears trying not to be 5-4 as they're looking for their first playoff berth in 10 frickin' seasons. A win here would help a ton. They're sitting at the 6th spot. 5, 6, and 7 were all letdowns last year. But this year we got Carson Beck trying to lead this Bears team to a playoff berth. They traded for Tre'Davious White to help out that defense, and they're on a win streak right now. It's an important one for both these teams. Vikings, with another divisional win, could potentially pass the Cowboys. And it is 14-7. Caleb Williams leads the league in passing touchdowns, and he puts on a few more there. He gets one more, so he now has, I believe, 25 on the season. I mean, he was in the lead by a lot. I think it was like 24 to next to 21, and then a bunch of 20s. But yeah, it's a definitely offensive run league right now. Doesn't seem like it, as the Bears choke another one right there. But next we got Bills Jets. Woo! Alright, there we go. Alright, Jets have this one at home. Like, yikes, though. I know, there's a lot of teams like 11 and down in the AFC that just seem awful. A.J. Brown has been amazing for the Bills this year. I want to do a stat check on this one after the game. Mac Jones facing another familiar foe, being the Bills. Last week the Jets lost against the Broncos, but this week they are up 4 against the Bills. Now down 3, now down 10. And this one looking to be a little bit close. Bills just need to get some first downs, and they will do that. Alexander Kirkpatrick. Let's go look at some stats. Jeremy Ruckert. A.J. Brown with 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. Holy crap, how many catches did he have? 6. How many... He caught over 50% of the passes. That is crazy. How much did I win or lose in my team? Just asking. Starlord, what are you asking for? Your record is 5-3 and you haven't played today. Another heartbreaking 1 possession loss for the Jets as we head to New Orleans. Narlands. Alright, Jets lose, but Chris Olave up to a 91 overall. We're hoping to get rosters out for y'all tonight. We'll see if that happens. Alrighty, here we go. Also hit the like button if you haven't yet today. It is appreciated. Alright, in this one, second half, Saints are up 14-21. Never mind, they're not up. They weren't even at 14. I just can't speak today. Tie game, 3rd and 8, hopping into another Saints game. And I accidentally pinged the wrong team. Whoopsies! Apparently, if you type Lion, it brings up the Ravens. And that is going to be a Saccaroni. Very unfortunate there for the Saints, who will punt it off to the Lions. We're going to fair catch it down at the 19. Kyler Murray going to come out. Lions sitting at 4-5, last in their division, which is insane. Kyler Murray, the check down, spin move to gain a couple. Pete Werner brings him down. Murray, the throw, caught, and that'll be a gain of 1. So really the Lions are just ruining their chances at winning this game, because all they had to do was get into field goal range. And that's going to be a handoff. 26 loves that spin move, but the Lions now going to be forced to punt as the Saints would like the ball back. And the kick will make it about to the 30 and be run up to the 37. Clock is stopped. Saints with 2 timeouts. Jamal Williams running crazy. Got 100 yards on the day so far. Dak Prescott, can you get them into field goal range to upset the Lions? Dak, the step up. That'll be a completion up to the 48. That'll be a timeout. 1 more big play, and the Saints can win it on a field goal. Dak finds the man. Timeout. What a pass to Rashid Shaheed, as this will be a straight up 50-yard kick. Here's the kick. And he got it. We don't have to go to overtime. Saints will beat the Lions. Kyler Murray with a 4 passing touchdown game. You really like to see that from your quarterback, but you also want to see them get a win, which sadly did not happen for them today. All right, let's head to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now are sitting inside of the playoffs, but they are the worst team in the playoffs on both AFC and NFC sides, and the only reason they're in is because they're winning the division. They have a lot of teams better than them, and right now they need to try to prove that they are worth being up there. The Steelers, one of the best records in the league right now, sitting second in a division next to one of the best teams in the league, the Browns. Steelers should be a 4 seed, but they aren't. And the Buccaneers should be a 10 seed, but they aren't. So this is a chance for both these teams to get reacquainted with the middle. If the Buccaneers could pull off one here, as the Steelers will take a 3-0 lead, now 10-0 lead in the first part of this game, but the Steelers will pile it on in the third quarter as the Bucs only down 7. It's not over yet. Buccaneers just got to figure out a way to get in the red zone, which they will not touch in the entire fourth quarter. Actually, they got there eventually. It just took a minute. And close game for both quarterbacks, but Quinn Ewers going to come out on top. Next, we will have the Raiders taking on the Dolphins. This is a game where, well, we always underestimate the Raiders. But the Raiders are a beatable team. We've seen many teams beat them this season, except for teams like the Dolphins, who literally can't do much of anything on offense. 6 points last week against the Packers, who are a mid-team. This is one of a top NFL defense, the number 2 defense in the league. Keep in mind, this is an offensive run league, yet both Super Bowl teams are coming into this season being the number 1 and number 2 defense. That is the key to being good in the league right now, is having a solid defense, which is the Cowboys, the Raiders, and the Broncos. Let's see if JJ, scoring 6 on a mid-team, can score any more than 6 here, and they will on the first drive. Granted, it took into the second quarter, but still. Jalen Reed with a touchdown there, and they are down 10, down 13 in the fourth. Can they force a turnover? The answer is no, they cannot. Raiders will pull off a win on JJ McCarthy. All right, this game we call the thief game because the Chiefs stole the Niners' offense. And, well, Josh Allen ain't happy about it. This is a 49er revenge game. And let's be honest, the 49ers have a shot here. The Chiefs really gained just about the entirety of the 49ers offense, picturing George Kittle, Debo, and CMC. 3 big playmakers. And let's see if the Niners can do anything about it. I'm going with no, but, I mean, let's see. I hope so, but I don't think so. Super Bowl rematch from real life. But the real life one didn't ever happen in here, but it is a Super Bowl rematch from a couple years ago. Chiefs up 17-10, 24-10, 31-10, and that will do it. And really, this was CMC just getting revenge on his team. 92 yards, but 3 touchdowns. Actually wild. All right, next we got our first primetime second important game of the week. We got a cross-conference matchup featuring actually this division. Cardinals trying to become the 1 seed in their division, as they will have a home game against the Denver Broncos, who haven't lost in a couple weeks, looking to hand them their first L. The Cardinals do have a tandem breakout on the offense. They'd like to see that be executed. As we can see, the offense is 17th overall in the league, and both these teams are elite defenses, leading to lots of wins. We got Keontae the Stash versus Colby the Barnhart. And let's be honest, this game is anybody's game. Which quarterback can come out and play better? Right now it's Keontae up 7. But there's an interception by Shaq Leonard and a one-play touchdown for the Broncos, who are going to have it tied up, take a lead in the second, and up 10 in the third. 10 in the third increases to 17 in the fourth, as the Cardinals are going to try to make a comeback. But they're going to need 10. And third and 19. Big pickup to Xavier Worthy. And that'll be a touchdown. Oh boy. Amari Cooper on the touchdown pass. Here's the onside. Cardinals with 3 turnovers trying to make a comeback. And this will be picked up by Cortland Sutton. And now, if they can get a first down, that will be game a 7-yard rush for Colby Barnhart. And that'll be a first down to end the game. Close one here, but that is why it was a prime time. 3 turnovers, 3 ints by Keontae. Colby, how is this game close? Oh, Nick Chubb got shut down, and so did Derrick Henry. Goodness gracious. Ernest, PS2, and Shaq Leonard, all with an interception. Josh Sweat and Nick Chubb get upgrades. So I guess a W game for the Cardinals, because they proved that they can compete with top teams, but just couldn't come out on top with that one. But they did show that they got better throughout the game, which is really good to see, because you get better. As Nick Chubb and Josh Sweat going to be big playmakers. Joshua Palmer could potentially dev up here. I guess I've never accidentally hit that button before. Joshua Palmer is getting a dev upgrade? Who is Joshua Palmer? Oh, it's the wide receiver 3 for the Chargers. All right. Chargers, let's see what you got. Up 3-0. Can Joshua get 150 yards and 3 touchdowns? The Chargers got 2 on the day. Perfect case scenario. That's 3, and he could get it. But the Chargers might want to add on another touchdown. So unless all 3 went to him, don't think he's getting upgraded. They did get 294 yards. But it was mostly Mike Williams and not Joshua Palmer literally at all. Unfortunate there for the Chargers. Don't get that dev upgrade for the random of a wide receiver that somehow managed to pull that. And I was wrong. The Giants did not have a bye week this week. They actually had a primetime game against the Seattle Seahawks. Chargers with a mountain of upgrades as we head to Seattle. As the Chargers pull off a 24-3 as they are still last in this division. Why is my division so comp? Alright, Seattle, you got the Giants We're a hot opponent, hot commodity, as we don't really know why the Giants are so good, but the fact of the matter is that they are. They're not a team that you would want to mess with. Giants trying to catch them boys at the 1 seed. Seattle trying to hang on to this division as the Giants take a quick 7-0 lead, now 7-7. Now the Seahawks fumble the ball, picked up by Kaiir Elam. And that is a 13-17 deficit for the Seahawks. And the Giants are up in the 4th. And we might get to hop into this one. That'll be a touchdown to Kyle Pitts. All right, Tua turned the ball over. Are we going to see another Christian Gonzalez interception to call the game? Really hope not, but it's definitely possible. Christian Gonzalez might actually be the best corner in the league right now in slow sim. Tua has thrown a game-losing int on him before, and he's going to go throw it to the sideline, as that is Hamilton on the defense there. 3rd and 2. A big 3rd and 2 for Tua and Dayball. And they're going to blitz. Tua finds the outlet. And that'll be a first down to 80. Jalen Waddle with 125 yards this game. Tua picked off! Is that going to be a pick six? 81 finally going to bring him down. Jalen Petrie. The defensive interception to call the game. Not Gonzalez this time, but a pick to end the game. 10-point lead. And the Giants get nothing. Important game there for both teams. And the Seahawks come out on top. Speaking about coming out on top, not the Panthers, because they just suck right now. They have sat around at 500 for the past couple seasons. Once Bendy gets tired of sitting around doing nothing, he could probably make this team into a competitive team. This week, I actually want to take a peek at the actual roster. I'm going to start doing this a little bit once we get closer to the playoffs and take an in-depth look at the roster. Well, I think that could definitely be one of the problems. Let's start him at center. And that should definitely help out their offensive side, but the defensive side, they just need somebody there. That would help out a lot. Also, let's go ahead and take Jeremy Chin and match him up on the number 1 corners in the league, because that just makes absolutely zero sense why you would not do that. 2 scheme changes right there should help out the Panthers quite a ton in this game against the Falcons. Sunday night, for some reason, primetime, but both these teams suck. And the Panthers first up on the board with 7 now, 14-7. Jeremy Chin with an interception. That's why you put him at your CB1. There's no reason to have him at CB2 when he's the objectively better CB1, maybe one of the top CBs in the entire league. Speaking of best CBs, 35-17, Jeremy Chin leads this team to a victory. Bryce Young with 4 touchdowns, Devin Leary with 421 yards, just could not put it in the end zone. And speaking of putting it in the end zone, the Colts have not put anything in the end zone this season. Or if they have, it's been very little and a very small quantity. Yes, a double small. It's insane how many touchdowns this Colts team has. Because it ain't good. Let's go take a peek at this team that has just ultimately been a letdown. Last week they won by 1 singular point. Offense is 30th in the league. Offense is 28th. And defense is absolutely the worst. They only have 9 passing touchdowns. Second to worst in the entire league. Top G. He could be top chin. Your defense would be elite with a double chin. Yeah, that was cringy. All right. Colts taking on the Eagles, who are been losing quite a lot recently. But this game, I see no exception for the Eagles to actually choke this one away. 28-7, this game is over. 42-14 as the Colts give up 21 extra to a almost perfect Lamar Jackson. 93 completion percentage. Trayvon Henderson, he could potentially be a playmaker. But Donovan Peoples-Jones ran all over them faces. Colts will play the Cowboys next week. And we already done with this week. Dang. And we will have a Chiefs-Broncos rematch. Kobe Barnhart, hopefully you've been practicing. He's up to now in 81. I kind of want to see what, if he's actually unlocked it yet. Because if he's unlocked it, everybody's unlocked it. And yes, he has. W. What's his ability, though? Bazooka. He's got spin cycle, tight out, and closer. Wow. I don't know if I like spin cycle. He has quick draw. Madden tryhard versus E7. What? Alright. Those are your final scores for this week. If you guys want your dev changes, I should be able to hop in a VC like really late tonight, potentially. But yeah, we're going to force advance here. And we get to play Mahomes again. Jalen Carter is up to a 93. He's been developing nicely here in Denver. The Chiefs versus 7. Yep. Madden try hard. Alright, games to watch out for next week. Jacksonville, Houston. Surprisingly enough, Eagles, Giants. Bears, Bills, Broncos, Chiefs, Seahawks, Raiders, Chargers, Cardinals, Ravens, Steelers. Lots of good final last games. And A.J. Brown is the first wide receiver to crack 1,000 this year, and we're only on week 10. He's insane. PS2 now leads the league in interceptions. I was wondering why he was kind of doing so bad. But he finally got back up there. And Christian Gonzalez right there, right behind. Let's go take a peek at the standings. In the AFC, we got the Broncos up top, followed by the Bills. Browns had a bye week this week, so that's why they are falling there. Lots of teams with just only one win. And in the NFC, we got the Cowboys and Vikings sitting up top, followed by the rest of the close NFC, except for the very bottom. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. I hope to see you guys all in Week 11, which we will have tomorrow morning. Stay tuned. I will get you more info on that. It'll be before noon, probably about the time that I wake up. Anyways, thank you.